On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, I'm here in Iowa with Keith Noel of Noel Automotive, and we're going to be pulling out this 1969 Plymouth GTX with his crew. This car has been in this barn since 2009 and has been off the road since the late 70s, early 80s. It's going to be one heck of a uncovery, so keep on watching. All right, so I'm here with Randy, the owner's brother. That's the barn we're in, is Randy's barn. The car has been here since 2009, roughly, when this barn was built, right, I believe?
Yep, 2009.
But it has a much longer story than that. And Randy, tell me, what exactly is the story of this 1969 GTX?
Well, from what I remember, the car was bought new by a local guy around the area. And he had 2-3 years and he blew it up, original 440. So actually my oldest brother bought this car from the original owner first, and he was going to put a 318 in it.
Oh, wow.
And my other brother that actually owns the car, he threw a fit, super big Mopar guy. So he found a 69 440 block and had it machined, and at the time did some work to it, cam headers, little head work, intake, etc., and put it back together. And that was his high school car for probably his last 2 years of school, I think.
Wow. One heck of a car for high school.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was, well, obviously it's a little rough now, but she was pretty mint back in the day.
Oh, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, people have seen a lot worse on this channel.
Sure. And it's pretty straight.
It is.
A little rotten underneath, I'm sure. But anyway, so he drove the car for a few years, and near as I remember, he actually drove it probably late 70s, early 80s. He drove it into town, probably on a Saturday night, doing whatever, parked it, in a parking lot, and he came out from doing whatever he was doing, and somebody had stole the hood badges off it.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of the camel that
put him over the edge.
Camel's back. Anyway, long story short, that's the last time I ever remember him driving that car, was late 70s or like 1980.
Wow,
and
okay.
So this car was then parked in the end of a corn crib on another farm.
Yeah.
And it really never moved again until I put this shed up, and I brought it from the corn crib to this one. And this is where it's been ever since.
Wow.
So,
and he, like you said, he was a major Mopar guy, because I'll show you here in a minute. This car had a 71 Challenger behind it, and Keith Noel of Noel Automotive, he actually brought that car that he's restoring right now. I'll show it in a minute. But he was a big Mopar guy. You said he had, at what time, like 100 cars on the property?
Yeah, probably real close to 100, not all Mopars.
No,
The majority of them were Mopars, and yeah, he was a Mopar guru. He could tell you any year, make, model, what they offered for engines, transmissions, rear ends, colors, and he could see one from a mile away, and he could tell you exactly what it was and everything about it. So,
well, that's really awesome, man. And it sucks that he didn't get to enjoy it the last 40 years. I mean, I was born in '83 and I'm 41, so it's sat for 45 years for the most part. And it's unfortunate that he didn't enjoy it the last 5 years, but he had the forethought to protect these. I mean, especially the rare ones, the 69 GTX, the 71 Challenger RT.
He knew that someday it would be valuable, because in 1980, you could only give these cars away. So,
yep.
But so anytime he had a chance to buy, whether it's a Satellite or Roadrunner, Charger, whatever, he would drag it home. Or if he didn't drag it home, he'd come get me and I'd drag it home for him. So,
well, that's what good brothers do.
Yeah, but actually he did enjoy his car. One of his favorite pastimes, you'd have to know him, but he would actually sit in this GTX with the good old 8-track tapes, key on, just
really
Beach Boys and
wow, that's actually really interesting.
All the things. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow,
he spent thousands of hours in it. So,
well, I know that when we went through it, that he had been in it up until his passing.
Yes.
So I mean, I'm glad that he was able to enjoy the car in some function, even if it wasn't running and driving.
Yeah, he did.
That's good.
Did.
And now Keith and his crew are going to get it up and drivable, and that's the best way to honor him, is to not let it rot away anymore.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to see this thing at least get out of the barn and get some daylight on it and see what it looks like, and maybe hear it run again. So.
Oh, it will definitely. I do not doubt that happening. Also, this will be on display at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals this year, so it'll be seen by tens of thousands of people. So
awesome.
That'll even be a little bit of another feather in its cap.
Yeah, I know he'd sure be Well, if he was still here, he'd definitely be there to see it. So
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll keep you guys all updated on the restoration, and obviously I'll do a video from McCacken with the show. So thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Now, Keith is the gentleman that pulled me into this whole shindig. So, Keith, what's your history with the GTX?
It goes, I don't even know how many years it goes back, but in '09, the car made it over into this building. But before that, it was across the road in an actual corn crib. And the only thing that you could see from the gravel road was the rear end of the car.
Okay.
And it was very distinguishable. I mean, if you know Mopars or old cars, you'd be driving down the gravel road and you about go in the ditch, and you're like, oh my God, that's, you know, a Roadrunner or GTX. And so just, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, I remember seeing it out there.
Okay, yeah.
And by word of mouth and just meeting different people and stuff, I met my current wife, and she ended up being friends with Randy and everybody, and we just got to be really good friends.
Wow, I had no idea that was the kind of the through line.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, so small area, people know everybody. And anyway, I started following the car, and also at the same time, I found the Challenger. Now the Challenger was in a separate barn.
Oh, I didn't know
all disassembled, but real close proximity to this one on the same farmstead.
Okay.
And so at that time, I knew that I couldn't get this car, but I laid eyes on that Challenger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if ever comes a day where this car goes up for sale. And so, you know, over the years, I followed these cars. I've been kind of chasing them and lusting after them. And I finally got the Challenger. And now we got a chance to pull this one out and kind of show it off a little bit. And
yes, you will.
You know,
that'll be awesome. Yeah, the 71 Challenger he was able to rescue from here in 2021, right after I was here and the previous video was done. And then he brought it to McCacken, and now it's being fully restored, which I'll show you guys here in just a minute, because they actually brought it out to the farm to kind of put them next to each other for the first time since 2021, which will be really cool.
Right. So they've been together, these two cars, Jerry owned them, and they've been together since the early 80s.
Yeah, wow.
And off the road together since mid 80s, yeah.
Hey, Randy, when did he get the Challenger?
Probably 1980, actually. This car.
Same time?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Challenger's been in the same spot for a long time as well, so that's really cool. Yeah, it's going to be awesome that they'll be together again.
Yep, very good.
Oh, very cool.
All right,
Thank you.
Well, let's get this out.
Yeah. Whoop, watch out. I didn't want you to walk backward into me. Okay, Tess, yeah.
Hi, David. Freedom's in the corner.
Look at the cobwebs. Hey, it broke loose. First time seeing the passenger side up close.
You got clearance on the yellow car?
These tires are destroying themselves though. There's the non-stock but well-built 440 that's in the car. outside of this barn for the first time in 16 years. Wow. All right, here it is, the 1969 GTX, freshly pulled out of the barn. Oh, there's a mouse?
Under the car, running around.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's the mouse. No, it's fine. You don't have to kill it. Just let it be free. We're taking its house. But here is the GTX, fresh from the barn, where it's been sitting since at least 2009. And it's been off the road since way longer than that. But here's the engine bay. Like the brother said, this is not the original engine, but it is a 69 440 that was hopped up by the brother and, well, people for the brother and put in the car. You can see it's got headers, it's got Mallory distributor, super coil, 3-speed wipers, power disc brakes. Ooh, it's even got the cool power steering cooler. So this thing is very nice. And then has the fender tag. I'll decode the fender tag at the end of the video because I'll take a picture. But this thing is actually, oh, it's also got a ram air or air grabber hood. And then, like I said, the brother said that someone stole his emblems off of the hood. That's why he got upset and put the car away for 45 years. But, you know, for sitting for, like I said, 45 years, the car is in really nice shape. Yeah, it's got a little rust there and a little bit in the quarters, but for such a rare and unique car, it's pretty darn good shape. Look at the cobwebs. Tack on the column. Tack, or the floor shift automatic with extra gauges. Bucket seats. Ooh, no headrest. That's interesting. As the mice killer didn't work. AM radio. Just a heater, obviously. Man, that mouse smell. He had a good time in this car. And then we got obviously the trunk, but now the passenger side is the side we couldn't see because it was up against the barn. I mean, you could, get an idea. That looks to be the worst of the rust is in that quarter panel. Three of the tires that were on the car are holding air. One of them did not.
There's some in the box, right? Cardboard box.
That's cool. And then on this side, you can even see the interior is not bad. It is not bad. Like for mice living in here, I'm sure the headliner is actually not terrible. Yeah. You see the 80s, 70s speakers in the door. GTX emblem on the dash. All the old hot muscle car review. Kohler Dodge. Kohler Dodge was famous for putting out these huge catalogs of parts and information. I even have one or two. Whew. That is one smelly mouse. I love slotted mags. A real time capsule. Really awesome to check it out. Keith, what do you think about the car?
I think we need to get rid of some ice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's ripe. It is ripe.
It is ripe.
This thing is super solid compared to some of the cars we pull out of the woods. I mean, it's been inside preserve-ish, but in a fender tag. We might even find bits of the broadcast sheet.
That's cool. Yeah, no,
it is super complete and super solid.
Are you going to do this one up like you did the not General Mayhem? That's the roadkill. General Lou.
General Lou. Yeah. Well, it's up to the owner if he wants to get it running, and obviously the interior needs absolutely stripped.
Yeah, but I was looking. The seats actually don't look that bad.
But they smell.
They smell. I mean, I would take them out and clean them, but I think the vinyl actually could be saved.
Yep.
The headliner is shot. I mean, it's not destroyed, but
something like this, you really disassemble a lot of it. The cowl is going to be full of mouse nests.
Yeah.
We already know that the air grabber is full of mice.
Yeah, we heard it falling.
Yeah, and one time I came out here and opened the hood, like a couple years ago. I opened the hood and mice were scurrying in place. So it is just packed with mice.
That's why I think people need to have more cats.
More cats.
More cats.
Yeah.
The answer is always more cats.
More cats. Yep.
Well, it looks like a great project, sir. I can't wait to see the future evolution of it.
Yep. So the tires are holding there except for the one.
Yep.
And we're gonna get this loaded up. So we'll see how it winches on the trailer.
Yep. It's rolling.
The
roll fine.
exhaust is down, so we're gonna either cut it off or wire it up or something. But it should load pretty good.
Yeah, and then so you're gonna take it from here. You're gonna take it right to your shop.
Yep.
And unload it.
Sit outside and kind of air out.
Do you have a fan? We could get a fan going.
Yeah, I've got ionizers.
Oh, that's right, ionizers.
Yeah, ozone stuff, and yeah, we'll kind of let the mice. And we got cats at the shop.
You do. I saw the cats.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, sir. Well, I can't wait to see the next step.
Yep. Well, after that, the next step is the big show.
Yeah. After that, McCacken.
Yes.
We're going to move it back, and then they're going to load it up on the Ford by driving around it, make it a little bit easier on themselves. You can hear the drums just barely touching. Ooh, it's got a front sway bar.
It's dragging on the plywood a little bit.
Here they are. Loaded all up. Getting ready to head back to the shop. This is actually one of the easier ones I've ever been a part of, so that is pretty darn sweet. And now you can get underneath it and show you the Dana rear end and the dragging exhaust. That's cool. All right, here we are back at Noel Automotive. They unloaded the 69 GTX, and this tire had gone flat on the way home. So they filled it up just enough to get it off the trailer, but then, you can't see here, but there was a big bulge developing right here. And so we cut the valve stem so it wouldn't explode. They're gonna put a roller on it here in a little bit. I love slotted mags. A little bit. Another view of the interior with the tack on the column. But it looks really, really good. Look at those cobwebs. Next time you'll see this car will be at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, and it'll be, they're going to keep the exterior but clean up the interior, because I wish you had smell-o-vision, because man, this thing from 20 feet away you can smell it with the windows open. It is pretty darn rank. We were very fortunate that the GTX still had the original Fender tag on it, and when we were able to decode it, Keith was able to do it off the top of his head. I can't do that, but it shows, you know, row 1, N96 fresh air hood, or the air grabber hood, AM radio, white top, white stripe, which isn't on the car, someone painted over it. Row 2 shows, you know, has the mirror on the left-hand side, 3-speed wiper. Being a GTX, this was the high style, you know, it was the top of the line for the B-bodies. Like the Roadrunner and the Satellite was down below it. So this one had fender-mounted turn signals. It had drip rail moldings, body side moldings, the tack. It had the light package. Actually, it was really cool. It had the A32 Super Performance axle package, which was the Dana with a 410 axle ratio. Came with wood grain, bucket seats, power brakes. The car is B3 light blue metallic, top and bottom. It comes with, ironically, the door, like the upper door pads were dark blue, B7. It was produced 9/22, which is September 22nd of 1968 for the 69 model year. And the last row, it shows basically that it's a 440 4-barrel with 375 horse 440, 3-speed automatic, and then the VIN number RS23L9G shows it as a 69 GTX 440 built at the St. Louis plant. which really is neat. I was very lucky to be able to document this GTX 2 times in as many years. When I was there in 2021 picking up my 71 Challenger, because Keith had done work on it to get it running and driving. I appreciate that, because it had been sitting for 20 years. But the fact that the GTX and the Challenger had been sitting in that barn since at least 2009, and we know that the 71 Challenger had been off the road since the early 80s as well. It was really neat to see that Keith, who actually bought the 71, is restoring it right now, but he was able to save it in late 2021. And then to go back with Keith now in 2025 and rescue the GTX. Now, Keith doesn't own it. The owner is the gentleman who we talked to earlier. Keith is getting it running and driving for the family. So this car will not be forgotten. They will be able to appreciate it, and the man that has now passed that owned them and protected them, because they had one time had, like I said, about 100 cars, and these were the ones that he really cherished, and he would sit in and enjoy. So I'm happy to see that this one's getting the just desserts that it deserves, because it's really neat. Hey automotive adventurers, I hope you enjoyed the video of the 69 GTX rescue. That was definitely a lot of fun, and it only happened like 2 weeks ago from today, maybe 3. No, it was 2, because it was 2 weeks ago, yeah. Because I'm doing this on Sunday, because I'm actually in the garage working on stuff, including the green car. This video might end with me taking it around the block. We will see, but the original goal of the end of the video was to do cleanup, which went the other way since I started working on the green car today. But yeah, this is going to be Subvember, of course, so subscriptions are awesome. If you guys could subscribe to the channel, it helps me keep this all going. What else is going on? Oh, McCacken. Oh my goodness. We are nearing the end of the line for McCacken in the good way. Like, maps are finishing up. The cars are all assigned. We're rocking and rolling. So that's a big day. This car will actually, this GTX will be at McCacken in the barn find display next to my booth. So come and say hi. I'll be, of course, in the far corner of Barn Finds. This will be just to my right. Well, you can't miss it. Keith, Noel, and his crew will be there, I believe, with the car. But yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. And then sleep. Lots of sleep. But I'm going to keep pecking away at this thing and hopefully take it for a little drive. See if the brakes I bled like 6 months ago are working. Let's see how it goes.